Okay, so before I start, I just want to reiterate that today's topic is logic behind Joseki, not Joseki itself. Because when I coach beginners and especially like even some like double or single digit Q players, I notice that many of them they know many Josekis and they can correctly play them locally most of the time. But many of them they have no idea why the Joseki is played like that. And that's probably just what I want to focus on for today's lecture. So if you say you walk away being able to memorize another 3 Josekis, you are coming to the wrong place. Yeah. But if you say like, okay, from now on, if you give me a new Joseki, and I can probably shed more light on it, yeah, this is a success. So yeah, let's get started. We are going to start off with the most basic foundation. Okay. 3-4 point. Sorry, 3-3 point. Yeah, start point. Yeah. So let's start off with the 3-3 point. So do you think this stone put more emphasis on the corner or on the influence? Corner. Okay, very good. So what about 4-4?
Imbalance.
Yes. So it's like 0, 100%, 20, 80, 50, 50. What do you think?
80, 20.
Yes, you can't put your finger on this, but roughly speaking, this is going to put more emphasis on the influence. So I would say like 30, 70. But what about 3-4 point? Yeah.
More territory in the corner.
The more territory, it's more territorial, right?
More territory.
Yeah. So you think it's 50-50 or 30,
I
70?
say 80-20.
80 territory, 20, yeah. That's a fair judgment. Very good.
Difference.
Yeah, very good. So the third point, the Joseki is going to be relatively simple, and especially like for beginners. The whole idea is what is going to get the corner, and what got the influence, and that's it. So the most common Joseki is white plays the start point. And sometimes this is just going to be reversed back to the 3-3 relation. Yeah, something like this. So at the end of the day, but of course there are many different variations, but at the end of the day, black is going to get some territory starting from the third line, and white is going to get more control on the outside. Yeah, and this is the 3-3 Joseki. Okay, let's move on to 4-4. How many different Josekis do you know about 4-4? Okay, what can you potentially play? Yeah.
3-3 invasion.
Very good. And?
Knight's approach.
Nice approach.
High approach.
Yeah.
And contact if there's another
2-point
black
high
stone.
approach.
2-point high approach.
2-point high.
2-point high approach.
approach.
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And a contact.
Submarine.
Submarine, exactly. Yeah.
And a
Contact red.
contact.
Contact. This
Yeah.
one. Yes. Very good. So most of them they are valid. But of course there's a subtle difference. Like if you play at a very high, at a professional level, like generally speaking, this move. Yeah. So basically, if you play this, your win rate is probably going to drop by 5 or 10%. Yeah. That's very likely. But generally speaking, they are all valid Joseki moves. Yeah. So let's start off with the 3-3 invasion. But today I'm just gonna mainly go through the 3-3 and the approach move because they are the most commonly played in the real games. Yeah. Okay, 3-3 invasion. What's the logic behind the 3-3 invasion?
Territory.
Yes. Anyone agree with Francesco and Francis? Yeah. So,
Usually it's a Moyo reduction. I play it when there's other black
oh yeah,
stones around.
that's a very good point.
And
So
it-
if there are
it's
some
a very
this
safe
is
Moyo reduction.
yeah. But technically speaking, this is not Moyo reduction, but we can agree to disagree. Yeah. But technically, this is gonna be helping black to build the model. But the idea of this move is like since you already got some stones in the vicinity, I'm just gonna take away the territory to minimize the loss that I'm gonna potentially lose on the outside. Yeah. So after white plays the 3-3 invasion, so you all agree that white is gonna get the corner and black got the outside, right? AI doesn't like this position for black, but I would say like at the amateur level, this is about even. It's very unlikely for white to take the territory back. So what I'm gonna do is just to give the color to you, and in return I'm gonna get some influence on the outside. Yeah. That's why it's played like this.
Yeah, black can play the double honey, right?
Yes.
In the corner.
Yeah, that's the exception I was speaking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the logic behind the double hurry? Yeah, can
To
anyone?
take the corner back.
So why this move is going to result in black gets the corner and white got the influence? Yeah.
Black is asking a question. Do you want the inside or the outside?
Very good. So you know, like when you play Go, this is something I really keen to teach the beginners. So when you play Go is a game of trade-off. It's a trade-off. Your cash and your influence, as well as your opponent's cash and your opponent's influence. So every move you played, you are trying to strike a deal with your opponent. So in this case, the deal that black offered to white is like what? Okay, are you gonna agree with me? As you know, I already given up the corner, and instead I'm gonna get the outside. Are you gonna accept my deal or not? So what's the thought process behind white? White is gonna say, okay, I'm gonna curl around. And looking at this position, like even if my corner is not very big, this is just, yeah, basically it depends on how it is played out. It's just gonna be 5 to 10 points, yeah, something like that, yeah. Even if the corner is not very big, but your position on the outside is not very strong either, yeah. Because there's a pivot, there's a weakness, and at the same time, it is wide open on the second line. So it's going to be extremely hard for black to surround the territory from this side. Yeah. And this is about even. This is like 50-50. No one is going to incur the loss. And the deal is stricken, right? This move is like what? This move is like, okay, I'm going to give you a different deal. I'm going to offer you a different deal. Okay, I want my outside to start from the second line. And you are going to live in the corner again. Are you going to accept this or not? No. Why not?
White has small, cramped life in the corner for 5 points, and black has huge influence on the outside.
Exactly. The key difference is right that in this variation, the second line, the second line has been blocked by black. And if you say something like this, like just for simplicity, yeah, just for demonstration purpose, yeah. So white's corner is very cramped, but if you look at black's position, if black makes another extension here, this is gonna be starting to build towards the center, and the second line has been blocked by black, and this is gonna be turned into a sizable territory. Yes. So if white is in their right line, white is not gonna accept this trade or deal. So what can white do instead? So now, like I don't really want to take the cat corner in this scenario. So instead, I'm gonna go for the influence. And that's why this Joseki is played out like this. That's the whole thought process. Yeah. So the end result is black got a sizable territory, and white got some influence. The Panuki on the outside. This is going to be very influential when it comes to say like the fighting or building the module in this general area. Yeah. Now I'm going to give you a pseudo game example. So if white plays the 3-3 invasion, so from which direction are you going to block it? Yeah, maybe let's say like black got some stones in this general area. Okay.
So block underneath one.
This one.
Yeah.
Why?
And the reason for that is because the potential for black to make territory is below, while instead on the other side there's a strong white position. So.
Yeah. If we assume the Joseki is going to be played like this. First of all, black got center, right? So if you want, you can play another extension, and now this seems like a sizable framework. And secondly, if you look at white structure, it's fourth line, third line, and now it's the second line. So the potential for white to strong territory in this general area is going to be insignificant. So if you say something like this, so white has to spend another move to go from the second line to the third line. And don't you think this is slightly over-concentrated? This is something called stone coordination. So in my view, this is more efficient for black. So my question is, do you think white should go into this variation or not?
Yes.
The question is whether the Panuki is going to be too close to those 3 stones, right?
Yeah, spot on. Like the variation I was speaking about is this, yeah. I mean, if we assume like white here is alive, yeah.
Yeah,
If we assume white is alive, yeah.
Yeah, if white is already alive, then there is no value in having the Panuki there.
Very good, yeah. So this is a bad variation for white. Yeah. So in this position, especially like in Q levels game, so if black plays this, it's very likely that your opponent is gonna, like without even giving it a second thought, yeah, just parry and goes into this variation, and you got a local advantage. Yeah.
White could play 216 instead.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna show you. Is there an alternative?
Okay.
So apparently Francis already knows the answer. Yeah. So what's the thought behind this alternative? So I don't really want a Panuki facing this direction, right?
Yeah.
Instead, we want a Panuki facing which direction?
The other way.
The other one, right? So how are we going to make it happen?
Is the card at 416?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah, you should definitely make use of the card at 416.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is going to come a little bit later. So
Okay.
you got to play something
Okay.
else in the first place. Yeah,
So 216.
very good. So the whole idea of playing 216 is to create some cards that you can make use of later, right?
Will you cut now?
This one?
16.
This is bad. If you cut here again,
No, I was going to connect after that one.
connect.
Yeah.
So if the ladder favors black, this Joseki is definitely going to be good for black. Yeah.
But
Or just
if-
play here, yeah.
yeah.
That's
But
better.
black would play here first, yeah.
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah, black would play here first, yeah. And then black is going to either say like capture me with a net or a ladder, yeah. So here white should just cut in this direction first, yeah.
Okay.
Because in this variation we are going to save this card for later.
Double Atari.
Because of the Atari on the two
Because
sides.
if you play the Atari, this is going to be a double Atari. For instance, yeah, you can
I know.
let the cat off of the bat, yeah. Now,
Well, I would usually connect.
yes, exactly, yeah, disconnect,
Then you can cut in the corner.
exactly.
And you get a nice big corner.
Yeah, you got a bigger corner, so here black got a bigger corner.
But
Because without this stone,
but white avoids the over-concentration.
yes, but white avoids the over concentration.
Yeah.
Locally speaking, this is a good variation for black, but in this board position it's even. So yeah, again, yeah, let me just reiterate this. Locally, the reason this is good for black is because if we remove this two stones from the board, are you going to play another stone inside black territory? No, you are not, right? Yeah, this is just going to increase the territory for black, and that's why this, locally speaking, this is good for black. So let's briefly talk about the continuation of this basic Joseki. Yeah. But of course, there are like hundreds of them branching out from this position. Computer is either this one or this one. This one depends on the board position. But I'm not going into this one because I'm not going to open a can of worms here. So, yeah. And this is another choice, but be careful. This involves some, ladder tricks either, because this is the most standard one. This is the most standard, and you are very likely to come across this in your real game. Okay. So how are you going to answer this move?
2-2.
And of course, there are like 2 dozens of variations starting from this, but yeah.
Or 6-17.
17, yeah.
617.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was thinking it's 3 like that.
Yeah, it's three lines, yeah.
This is probably not a good move, but you can. This is not a good move. Yeah.
What about 717?
Surely.
Okay. This move is too stacked. This kind of has the same problem. You know.
18.
So locally, black can play this move. So I guess the reason. Maybe I'm going to go through the difference between this and this a bit later. But I guess the reason that AI doesn't like this move is just because you quite extend. So for the time being, this card doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For the time being, this card doesn't work, but white can simply say just capture from the top. And white is already alive, and white gets to play on both sides. Yeah. Yeah, this is not good for black. Yeah. So this move has shares a similar idea with this move, but it's more forcing. You are forcing white to respond the way that you want them to. Yeah. Now black can cut. Yeah, and there are different choices, but I'm not going into this variation. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it simple. The most basic Joseki. Okay. So white makes a capture. Black capture from the bottom. And you can leave it there. But if you want to continue, it's fine. But you can simply leave it there. The end result is white got, and these 2 captures are Miai, right? Yeah. And white can get a sizable territory in the corner. And but black position, like even if black got some influence towards the center, but still like if you think about this after this capture. But you don't have to play this right now. But after you play it, black still got to cut to take care of. Yeah, yeah.
Can't
this
he
is about-
capture the stone?
Huh?
Can't he capture the stone instead of protecting the cut?
Okay, and then up with the opponent can
But
slide.
this is more. These two cards are like more serious for black. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these two cards are more serious as compared to maybe like this one. Yeah. So now I think there are 4 stones in a row. Yeah, and it's much safer than 3 stones or 2 stones. Yeah. I'm gonna give you another pseudo game position. Yeah. Is white still gonna play this move or not? So are we going into this variation or not? So what do you think? Again, like there's no right and wrong. But you gotta make sure you fully understand the logic behind the pros and cons after playing this.
My feeling is that white's given black everything with
Yes.
that choice.
Yeah. Any other?
Because black has already got a fair bit of territory there, potential for territory there.
This is a potential framework.
And
Yeah.
so by building a wall up there, he can defend it and grow it.
Perfect. Yeah. Sorry, this is bad for white. If you assume something like this happens, it's like from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a huge module.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you know this variation is bad for white, so how to rescue this? Yeah, how to rescue white in this position? So
White
after
would
black
just
plays
extend
the
down
card.
the side.
Huh?
White should just extend down the side.
Yes. Excellent. So in this position, white can either play this or this. Yeah. And now you see the black framework on this side has been reduced to a certain degree.
Why wouldn't you play that last white stone one further?
One further, you can play one further, but yeah, you got you got to be super confident
It's
with
a
your
fight.
fighting skills. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be super confident with your fighting skills. If you decide to play a 3-spade extension, yeah,
But-
something like this. Okay, we have finished the basic logic behind C3 innovation. We are going to move on to the Kakari. Yeah. Again, what I have just gone through is just the tip of the iceberg. So, yeah. Okay, Kakari. Yeah.
That's the AI move.
Yeah, that's the yeah. Like, so going back to the basics. So instead of playing 3 points, white plays the Kakari from the start line. So you think like, well, white put more emphasis on territory or influence. Yeah, this is tricky because this is more like played by ear. Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna make my final decision after I see the response from black. Yeah. So if you say like black, a response from with a kick. This is like what? This is like I'm gonna take the corner. I'm gonna take the big corner.
I'll leave that in.
Yeah. But just bear in mind, this tertiary invasion still exists, so it's not 100% black's territory. Yeah. Like even like back in early 2000, this is considered bad for black, but not very bad. But this is But now you can safely play it because it just got endorsed by AI. Yeah. Okay, this variation is relatively simple. Black got the corner and white got the side influence for a time being. Yeah. And this one has a similar idea, so I'm not going into details. Yeah. The only difference is the security of the corner. Yeah. So a black corner got more secured. Yeah, at the sacrifice of what? At the sacrifice of white getting another stone on the second line, and this looks more like a white territory. Yeah, that's the only difference. Yeah. Okay. But this one, you think is 50-50, like in terms of territory influence, or 30-70?
More territory.
More territory. Yeah, it's slightly more territory, but not 100% going for territory as compared to the kick, right?
Yes.
This is the old Joseki.
What about 17-2?
This is a trick move, yeah. Yeah. But they all share the similar idea, but yeah, only the technical execution is different, yeah. Yeah, attachment. So what do you think the end result is going to look like? It's like one side got loss of territory and one side got loss of influence, or more balanced. Yeah.
50-50.
Yes, about 50-50. And the variation branches out from here. So this is a safer variation. You see? So here the corner is like more like 50-50. Whoever gets to play the 2-2 points is going to get the territory. But this is roughly small. Yeah, like in the opening. Yeah. So no one is going to spend another move to play 2-2, right? So at this dance, black got what? Black got some tiny territory, like 6 to 7 points, and some influence towards the lower side, right? And white plays another move and start to build some influence on the upper board. So this is considered even, right? Okay, next question. So if black wants to offer influence instead of like 50-50 split.
215,
Yeah. So what's the continuation?
415.
450. Okay. So what this move is up to?
Giving white the corner in exchange for the side.
So here, like after black plays this move, this looks like more like what? More like, okay, black is going to cut off these stones, right? This stone is on the outside, so very likely. So this deal is going to be it's going to look like, okay, white is going to get some influence like in this general area. And what's the steer lining for white? The steer lining for white is I'm going to take the corner back. So capturing this cornerstone is vitally important. And how do we achieve this? While leaving some weakness on black's shape. And we got to cut first, yeah. And this point and this point are going to be mi for white, yeah. And this is considered about even. So white got the corner territory, and black got some influence. Yeah.
The difference is black has two groups to deal with.
Exactly. So some players with a strong fighting spirit, they are just going to connect this stone right away and start a fight. But you can also leave it to a later stage. Yeah. And black is going to be split into two groups. But it's very hard to say who is taking the lead in this run-out fight. In this run-out fight. Yeah. We can. I'm going to show you another pseudo game position. Yeah. So which Joseki should black get into? This is the second one. This is the first one. Okay, I mean this one is slightly better. Now this is even worse because what?
Because it's white.
Yeah, it's white influence, right? And now if white starts to run out, this is going to be a disaster for black. Because this zone is too close, yeah. It's very likely that one of these two groups is going to be in trouble and probably going to die, yeah. And this move is much safer. Or like, yeah, maybe let's play this one. So in this variation, black got a secure position, right? So your group is settled, and if you look at white's position, then you spend so many moves in this general area, but there's still an invasion, yeah. And this position is going to be considered, I guess, even or slightly better for black. Yeah. What do you make of this move? Right? Yeah. Locally, this is bad for white. But this stone is kind of wasted, and at the same time, black gets to block white from from the second line from both directions, and this is considered super bad for white. Okay, that's not the end of the story. Okay, but what if I put? You gotta take this very serious because it happens a lot in handicap games. Yeah, that's how we trick you and take it away from you. Yeah.
416. 417.
Excellent. This move is bad for black. What do you think?
Because now the white stone is much closer to the black group, the one on the lower right.
Territory
It's
because
not
of the
only
white stones.
it's not only like black is not getting the influence, but instead black is in trouble. Yeah. Then white can cut right away. Yeah. Because like in this position, white got two helper stones in both directions, and black doesn't have time to come back to the corner and go for a kill because the liberties in this corner is very long. So, yeah. So it's very likely. So for instance, if you look after the black group on this side, and this two stones is very likely to die or in deep trouble. Yeah. Okay, we are done with the start point. I'm gonna get into the 3-4 variations. We are already done the 3-3 and 4-4, and now we are moving on to the. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep it very simple. I'm just gonna talk about the very basic idea behind the 3-4 Josekis. Yeah. How are you gonna approach this 3-4? How many? Yeah, okay, carry on.
Kakari, low,
Low.
3, 4, and 4-4.
Let's start off with 4-4. Yeah. Like one of the AI's favorite Josekis, and forcing a response from black.
Well, either take the corner or take the outside.
Yeah. Okay, the simplest answer is
Take the corner.
take the corner. Yes. Intuitively, I'm from the third line. You are attacking from the fourth line. Yeah, I'm going to take the territory because I'm one step closer to the territory, right? Yeah. I'm just going to take the corner. You play the double honey. Let's say just keep it simple. Black got the solid territory, but there's a slight weakness in this general area, but this is not the center of today's discussion. So, and white got a nice framework. Yeah, that's the logic behind the attachment. Yeah. So you either play the honey from this side or from the other side. Yeah. Okay. What about this move? Yeah. So again, like what's the thought process behind the higher approach? So who is gonna get the territory and who is gonna get the influence?
Black is getting the corner territory.
Yes, very good. Because to start with, black is on the third line, right? And you are approaching from the fifth line.
Yeah.
So there's no way you can get the corner. Yeah, you can. And the result is about you. Black got a 15 points corner, and white again got a nice structure.
And also there's
Yeah,
Kemo.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah. But this variation is slightly better for white. Because white's pace is a lot faster. And black gets sente, but if you look at the structure, if you don't say like send another move to finish off your structure, this weakness still exists. Again, just bear in mind because to start with this is black's corner. So after you play out this Joseki, black is supposed to get a little bit more. I mean, this is why sometimes just confuse the beginners because when you say it's even, is you already factored in like to start with this is black or white corner. So if you say like in this and this variation is about even, as on the face of it it's even, but to start with this is black corner, so it's not even. Yeah. Okay, this one. So now like white puts more emphasis on territory, right? Or at least white is threatening to take some territory away from black. Yeah. 417. This is the variation that you go for the territory, right? Yeah. So the kick is always to secure the corner if you go for the territory. Yeah. And what about this move? Yeah. So this move is like black is sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
But the first option for white is just play away. Yeah. Yeah, you can still play away, and black can pincer or press from the top. So locally.
2-space extension.
Good.
2-space knight's move.
Yeah, 2-space next move or 3-space next move.
Just
But this slide should come after you made the extension on the side because this slide is too early. Yeah. So locally speaking, black can press you from this fourth line. So let's stick to the 2-space extension. So how black is going to continue? If you want the territory, it's kick, right? Yeah.
But also it over concentrates white.
Not quite. It's like locally, this move is not over concentration. This is a strong move because it's in the middle of black's weakness. And also, like in this position, black can play what? Quickly expand your influence.
On the
310.
fourth line.
Yeah, you can play 3. That's 310. 310 is a little bit too far. Or you can just play with. Okay. But what if just white plays another pincer from the other direction? Yes. Some stones from this direction, you got another stone from this direction. So I need to settle my group. and at the same time take some territory. Let's play the kick. And what are we going to play next?
Sagari.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. But locally speaking, this is slightly better. Because if you play here, then this slide is very annoying and it's going to reduce your territory. At some point, this is going to turn into a carbon square. The rule of thumb is if your opponent is in the driving seat in a local area, you just quickly settle a group and get as much territory as you want. Yeah. So what's the difference between the Kasumi and the nice shape? Yeah.
It's slacker.
This is cones. What's the pros?
It's quicker.
I guess that's the only reason. Yes. This is faster because a white's response is going to stay the same. It's either this one or this one. And black gets to move into this direction a lot faster. Yeah. Or maybe it depends on the board position and what can you say like maybe say like play on the second line or sometimes it's something to do with the board position. So if you say like the structure on this side is like the start point and an extension on the third line. Maybe some people will figure. So yeah, some player will figure if I play the Kasumi. Yeah. This is probably more. This is too much space. Yeah, between this stone and this stone. Yeah, but if I move like one step closer to this side, there's another potential weakness in the three-state extension. So instead, I just play something like this. Yeah, this is slightly secret. And again, you can play whatever you want, but you got to bear in mind the pros and cons with respect to each move. Yeah. Okay. So what if just black plays away, and white plays a similar Kakari from the other side?
So I think black either can kick again.
Yes.
And that's one option. But can he do a shoulder hit?
This is
66. Sorry.
It depends. You can. I guess you can play it. This is probably not good enough because you are just helping white to solidify its territory. So if you do want to play something like this, this is probably better, or even this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what are we going to play next?
Kick again?
Yeah, kick again. Yes. Very good.
A jump?
Good
You
job.
want to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the Joseki. Now that white got 3 stones and black got 2 stones in this general area, white is apparently in the driving seat. So all you need to do is quickly settle your group and get some territory. So that's why you play 2 kick to mark down the boundaries. Yeah. And as compared to Kasumi, this stone is like it happened to in the right space in terms of moving out into the center. So you can start a move to jump into the center and break the connections of that. So if white doesn't answer it, there is some potential weakness if you play the attachment or something like this. Yeah. Or a pincer from the other side. Yeah. Okay, we are done with the defensive Joseki. So what else can black play?
Pincer.
Yes. We are coming to the most exciting part, the pincer. But I'm not going into any exciting variations yet. Maybe we can start off with a 3-space or 2-space pincer. So what white is going to play next?
Press down.
15.
Yeah. Okay. What's the safer move?
315.
Yeah, 350. Excellent. Yeah, you see, black is going for some territory. So the end result is going to be white is going to get a small wall towards this direction. So maybe at some point white can play a pincer to start an attack on these black stones. Yeah. But now you see this stone is like 3 spaces away from white's wall, so you can easily handle it. Yeah. And black got a small territory. Yeah. So it's about even. So what about 2-space pincer? Yeah. This is something very similar. Again, you can still pursue and cut. Yeah. And this is because it's like 1 step closer to white stone. This is gonna potentially put more pressure on white stones on this side. But this is something very similar. Yeah. But now it's like one space closer to this wall, so yeah. So it's better if white has some like structures on this side. Yeah. Otherwise, this pincer is gonna put more pressure on black stones as compared to the 3 space one. Yeah. Okay, what about the 1 space? Yeah.
It's just 1 space jump.
1 space. Yeah, you can play 1 space jump. But what if I still want to play the? Well, so what do you make of this variation?
It's too easy to counterattack the black stone.
Yes, it's too easy to counterattack black stones because it's now they are neighbors. Yeah. So in this position, yeah, black should push around cut. Yeah. But this is going to result in a different variation. So where is white supposed to play next?
Entirely from below the
From
stone.
below, actually. If you just want to keep it simple, what are you expecting to achieve? Are you gonna hang on to this white stone sword?
No.
You're just gonna sacrifice this.
Just gonna sacrifice.
Yeah, you're gonna sacrifice
Yes.
this, right? Yeah. If you just want to keep it simple, yeah. So you're gonna get this white stone, and I'm gonna get this black stone, and your influence is upside, and my influence is towards the other. Yeah. It's about even. You can. Yeah.
Why doesn't
Just make
black,
some.
instead of 413, why not 17, whatever it is? Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Again, this is the fighting variation.
Right.
It's not gonna favor black, but you can still play it. Yeah. Because it's something super complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you ask the computer, it's, locally speaking, this is slightly bad. Yeah, I think maybe I'm wrong, but from my recollection, this is good for white. Yeah, actually, this is a stronger move, and this is less bad.
Why do you prefer to sacrifice the stones and divide the territory as we did, instead of moving into different directions? So that white would have the upper part, and then the blacks would have the lower right part. 14-4.
14-4. This
Yeah,
one.
but a couple of moves ago. So when there was a question whether. Yeah, so from this, 14-4.
14-4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then going there with white.
I think this is bad for white because
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think these 2 white stones can get out. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
So you know, like I'm avoiding complicated variations. So in a real game, you can definitely play this. Yeah. Even some strong amateur players, they still play this trick move. Yeah. And if your opponent blunder, you might have a huge local advantage. Yeah. But at the same time, you can easily mess up and get a taste of your own medicine. Yeah. I'm not joking. Yeah. This is a more peaceful variation. Yeah. So I'm gonna get the upper side. You're gonna get the lower side. This is about even. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for today's lecture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.